Okay, so it is day 3 in Cornwall. I actually had a bit of a disaster at the start because the 3 memory cards I bought for the trip don't work. So the first thing I had to do is come to Argos to buy a new memory card. So I just put it in, I'm actually recording on it now, and it seems like we're good to go. Weather has actually really perked up today, so hopefully my little trip down to Land's End, which is where I'm going now, is going to be good. But I am going to stop at this biker cafe I keep seeing called the Chequered Flag on the way, so breakfast first and then off to Land's End. Let's go. So I just had to share this. It's just been a disaster of a morning, like the memory card situation, etc. And I put the memory card on the back of the bike when I was swapping it out at Argos and left it there. My bear mind was come a couple of miles down the road, 70 miles an hour. How on earth did that stay there? That is incredibly lucky, because that is all the footage from yesterday. I mean, after a terrible start to the morning, I've got to have some good luck. That is incredible. So I've just stopped here at the Chequered Flag Cafe. I kept seeing this on the way past. You probably can't even hear me because of all the traffic going past, but I definitely had to come and stop here, and oh my god, like inside, what an absolute treasure trove. Anyone that rides a bike and you're in this area, you definitely have to come and stop here. Let's have a look inside.
Yeah, so now heading into the actual cafe. That fella there just on the left, I did have a good old chat with him about the place. So the first thing that struck me as I walked through the door was the aesthetic. It was obviously this very sort of like retro diner style, sort of like very American, but really cool as well. I call this custom furniture. I'll come back to that in a minute. It's just a really cool vibe and atmosphere that they have in here. So the cafe itself was opened in 2015 by a biking couple, Rob and Karen. So interestingly enough, a lot of the pieces of custom furniture you actually see around the shop, in fact all of them, are actually built by the owner, Rob. So he makes all these himself. Rob himself has over 30 years experience to do with like mechanical with bikes. He just run the workshop next door. That was opened a year later in 2016, so that was added on. And they do actually run workshops out of there. They offer in like self-service facilities, including servicing, electrical and mechanical solutions. Again, another custom piece there, just really cool. Little garden area out the back, so you can get a lot of people in there. They do run a bike night every Wednesday. I sadly missed that. It was the day before I came. I was already out, obviously filming other bits and bobs. I'd done my trip over to the airfield. So sadly, if I had known, I would have come. I love that. I really wanted that. Sadly though, not for sale. Just a little tractor made out of the Singer there. I wonder if that means it can plough and sow at the same time. Huh. Just a close look at some of the custom pieces here. This lighting fixture. Look at that. Little flames coming out the back. Even the counter's jam-packed full of cool stuff. I did actually buy one of these patches as well. Couldn't leave without getting one of those. Again, all custom built. But I'd looked around enough now, so I was getting kind of hungry. So, from sweet Caroline to sweet bacon and runny egg. Oof. So after quaffing that bacon sandwich, headed to the shop next door. So they do sell a lot of your typical biker gear, so your boots, your jackets, your helmets, all the chains, etc. over there. But they do have their own range of custom gear as well. Really cool with the logo on. You can see just back there as well, that's the workshop on the other side. So it's time to leave the Chequered Flag with a quick wave goodbye. If you're in the area, guys, or anywhere near that place, or even if you're not, make a special trip over there. It's absolutely worth it. This place is brilliant. Back to the A38. Not going to get up to 88 miles per hour on this road. It's 50 with speed cameras. We know what to do. So from Benny Hill to a slow climb up the hill. If you watched the previous part, you remember I met up with my uncle and auntie at the services, and you think, oh, it's not really a glamorous place to go and have a family meal. That was pointed out to me by someone. I mean, it's not, but this is a reason for it actually. So there's a lot of roadworks going on around the Cornwall area at the moment due to all these new roads being built. Obviously not a problem on the bike, but because I had the support crew with me the day before, not really ideal for them to get caught in all this traffic, so he did us a favour. So that is why we met where we did. And I had my Taco Bell. It's my cool hero shot coming out the tunnel there. It's always amazing how quickly the weather, the landscape can change. I can be forgiven for thinking I'm not driving through some sort of like desert area here. I just found it very odd and interesting that it kind of went right through a wind farm. You can see me like looking there, getting another good look at the wind turbines, windmills, whatever they are. But yeah, this was definitely the best of the weather that I'd seen so far on my trip. It's about 40 minutes away now from Land's End. I need a drink, my arse is a bit sore, and need petrol as well. So a quick break at Starbucks here, and then on to Land's End. Now that is just what I needed. So after a quick recharge in Starbucks, it's time to get back onto Land's End. The weather took a little bit of a downturn, sadly. That was like Penzance there in the background, just as you make your way up to Land's End. And then it was on to the final stretch. Opens out into the countryside, some nice little villages to drive through. And you can see the coast over there. Again, the final approach is just a lovely little route. And then it kind of just comes out of nowhere, it just creeps up on you. First of all, you see the little stones, like the little markers. Just there. And then all of a sudden, bingo! We have arrived. And just in case you forgot where you were after passing the first few signs, the reveal, or the West Country Shopping Village. Well, you could get some cracking cheese, followed by some cracking donuts. Bit of an odd combo. Saw this woman, I'm like thinking, oh god, what a tourist. The only thing more shameful would be doing like a really elaborate selfie. What have you? Look at this. Incredible. There's a sign over there.
We'll get a picture of the side.
So just like Ace of Base, I finally saw the sign. Well, sort of saw the sign, because they don't really let you get close to it unless you pay like 15 quid to have a picture. So, yeah. Apparently they don't do that at John O'Groats though, so when I go to the other end of the country, I will get a decent photo. Yep, my mum always said stay away from dangerous cliffs.
Not sure if that's technically true, but taking it a bit literally.
So I just want to touch on this briefly. I do use motorbiking to seriously improve my mental health. I think it's great to get out. Sometimes some people do struggle with mental health, they feel isolated. In the case of biking, sometimes that's a good thing. Just like get out on your own, clear your head. Get out, see some stunning views like this, you really can feel on top of the world. Set up some great shots like this, which always go smoothly like first time. And just in case you weren't sure where you were leaving, they do like a good sign around here. I mean, that's why they make all the money. They're charging people 15 quid a pop to have a photo taken with one. Ooh, Royal Enfield. I feel like there's some sort of foreshadowing there. So my time at Land's End had come to a finish, and I was on to my next destination and ended up behind this bus. The kids on the back were clearly bored, so obviously it wasn't the best sightseeing tour, so whatever, I thought I'd entertain them for a bit. Or was I just entertaining myself? Nah, probably a bit of both. As fun as that was, wasn't time to be getting stuck behind a bus, so quick wave goodbye and off I go again. Now, there was a comment on my previous video that I sounded like a pilot. Now, if you look over on the left, you'll see a local viewing spot. Really not sure where she got this impression. So my destination was actually the Minack Theatre, but it was closed.
I'm afraid so. Yeah, we've got tickets available to visit tomorrow. If you'd like to come then, you can go on minack.com and book them there. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yep, so sadly I didn't get to see this. But I did get to stop at the viewpoint, get a couple of photographs, just stop, just relax for a little while, just taking some of that sea air before I moved on to my next stop. Yeah, so just doing some little twisty turnings around the small streets of Penzance, heading down to the harbour. Penzance is actually the most westerly town in Cornwall. It's actually the largest town in West Cornwall as well. It's not just a town, it is a port, as you can see over there. This was a very cool view. Weather was getting a little bit sort of drizzly and misty, but I think that just added to the atmosphere around this area, to be honest. There wasn't a single pirate in sight either. Penzance actually wasn't my destination. I just made sure I rode through there, because I knew it'd be a nice view and a nice like route down the coast. And this was actually where I was aiming for. And luckily they had a cafe that was still open, so I desperately needed a drink and a little bite to eat here just to refuel myself before heading back to the caravan for the day. This is going to be the final stop. It'd been a long day and a lot of places. So this is what I came to see, St. Michael's Mount. So obviously not a proper look, I wasn't that close, obviously. It was getting a bit late in the day to be doing anything like that. For those of you who don't know, you can actually get across to the island when the tide is low enough. You can walk across that walkway. But it's just a really nice beach here anyway. It was nice and peaceful at this time. Decided to go and have a play down by the sea. Got a little bit too close. Like, generally didn't expect it to come that close to me. But just stopped here at George's Cafe. Slice of cake and a Pepsi Max. Winner. That coffee cake was delicious. And just a little impromptu stop here. I just had to be done. Being the Hive, the Hornet, just demanded it. Found itself a little home away from home. But now it was time to head back. I did plan on just taking the slightly more scenic route though. Yes, so this was Lou, which is near where I stayed. It's a stunning little place. You can see some pictures on my Instagram. You can see the handle here. Just look at that view. I actually came out one night for a chippy and it was really good. Expensive, but good. Yeah, so that was the end to a truly epic day. A lot of things done. Chequered Flag. Thanks to those guys again. Great food, good start to the day. Saw Land's End, Penzance, St. Michael's Mount, all brilliant. Just one more day to go.
She's like, hey, I just want to play with you and eat your soul.
As always guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to do the usual YouTube stuff down below. Just one more part to go in this little series, so stay tuned and you'll see the final part of my epic little journey around Cornwall and the southwest of England. As always, don't forget to bike and just ride. I'll see you for the next one.